Okay everybody, what I got here right now is my F550 hexacopter running a Naza Lite upgraded to version 2, and I have everything powered on. I have in my FlySky TH9XB, which is the same as the Turnigy 9X, and I got it connected to my computer, and as you see, if I move the sticks, everything moves around, and so I have my flight modes configured. Yeah, they're all configured. But what I don't have, and I'll show you right now, is let's say this is okay, I got intelligent orientation control. It's set to off, but if I move the switch here, it goes to on lock, off or on lock. Okay, off. So I got my failsafe selected to go home and landing. Motors are recommended, and my mounting is for an hexacopter. Yeah, and these are my flight modes. X1, go, and as you can see now, I have it moving this switch. I have it on attitude. If I move the switch to the middle, I get GPS, and if I move it further back, I get failsafe. It kicks into failsafe. Okay, so what I don't have is, let's say if I turn my remote off, it is in attitude, and let's say let me arm it. I cannot arm it like this, but okay, let's say I was in attitude, and I'll shut down my remote controller. It remains in attitude. It doesn't got failsafe on transmitter power off. So what I'm about to do is I'll install this Microfailsafe on the U channel. To make sure that when I power off the transmitter, it kicks into failsafe. Okay, because right now it's not doing its thing. Okay, and to install the failsafe, I'll pick up this wire that goes from my receiver on my channel 6, I think it's 6, and goes into the U port in the flight controller. It's hard to see like this, and I'm simply gonna plug this in between. So this is gonna come out from, this lead is gonna come out from channel 6 of my receiver, and then this will be in the middle, and this one will go into the U port of the flight controller, and then I'll simply set it to failsafe, and it will kick into failsafe. Alright, what I've done now was I've pulled the cable that was, let me get you a closer look. I've pulled the cable that was on channel 5 of my FlySky receiver, which is the one for the flight modes. I pulled it out, and it's still connected to the U port on the flight controller. Now I'll simply pick up the failsafe, and this lead, which is the one going ahead, I'll plug it into my channel 6 of the receiver. A moment ago I said channel 5, I'm sorry, I was wrong, it's channel 6. Channel 6 of my receiver, that's the channel for the flight modes. So I'll plug it in. I'll plug this into, okay, into channel 6, and now I'll pick up the other lead. I'll turn the power off on the drone, and I'll pick up the other lead which goes to U port, and I'll simply connect this other lead, red with red, being yellow being the signal that goes to the white on this one. I'll connect it here, and hopefully now when I turn off my transmitter I'll have flight mode. So let's try it. Right now I'm gonna I'll power on my transmitter, and I'll power on my hexacopter, and as you can see right now I got the modes. Okay, now I have the failsafe installed, but there's one thing I'm not very confident about this failsafe. It's because it is not, as soon as I plug it in, take a look at my flight modes. I haven't changed anything on my radio setup or on the computer, and I have it on attitude, but it made it change, and it's kind of jumping from failsafe into attitude. And if I move it into GPS, you see the blue goes before the GPS instead of being in GPS mode. Failsafe is okay. I think I could set this up. Right now I have it on attitude, which is attitude, this position, and it moved out of attitude by simply plugging this failsafe in between. So I think I could set this by changing the radio parameters, but I'm gonna, as I have a different failsafe, which is this one. I'll try this one to see if it's better. Okay, now I got the second failsafe installed, and I've installed it the same way than before. I pulled the cable from channel 6 on my receiver and simply plugged this failsafe in series going to the U port on the Naza. And now, as you can see, I have flight modes okay. It's not jumping as it was with the previous failsafe, and if I change, it goes into GPS and it goes into failsafe. So if I change positions on my radio, trying to get you to see, so if I change positions, it goes into GPS and then goes into failsafe, and no problem. And now I'll try and show you here a bit closer. Radio is on. How can I show you this? Okay, radio is on and it is on attitude. So I'll turn the radio off and it will kick into failsafe. See? It kicked into failsafe. Now I'll turn the radio on. Turn the radio on again. And there it goes into attitude. So I can change with my switch between attitude, GPS and failsafe, and it doesn't matter where I am. If the radio goes out, it kicks into failsafe. If the radio comes back on, it goes back into attitude. So this one, I already set it, and this one is the good one. Okay, and that's how you set failsafe with a Turnigy 9X or a FlySky TH9XB. TH9X for a Naza. That's how you set it. Okay, and about this one, I'm not gonna say this doesn't work. I could probably set it okay by messing with my radio configurations, but in this case I'd rather use that one which is more accurate and just simply you know, I'll keep this one for something else, okay?